Yes, I do.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
All right. So
Dr.
may I start the lecture? Okay. So like mine, I would like to share about the task-based learning, where I'm teaching a final year course, SMJC 4533, Solid and Hazardous Waste Management. So I'm actually partner this course with Dr. Ali Yuze. So Dr. Ali Yuze on solid parts, and mine is actually hazardous waste part. Okay, when talking about the task-based learning, so I give them a task. So this is their task, okay, where since they are the final year students, they have to prepare the preliminary report about their final year project. And I relate their project with the course that I teach. Okay, so if you can see the questions number 3 and number 4, so based on what they are doing now with their final year project, so they have to think and list down about what is the solid and the hazardous waste that they are generated when they are conducting a final year project. And I also want to know how they actually handling the waste. So the task given is the deadline submissions. I give them 1 week for this task. And this is the teaching and learning planning for during this MCO, okay, where I'm using a WebEx as an online platform, okay, and using an e-learning. I just using a Google Drive for me to review their task. Okay, I have my first class last Monday, okay, where I meet them online for the first task briefing. So before that, we discussed about the MCO teaching and learning practices and what other limitations they have. So I'm lucky because all my students is only 30 students and all of them have a very good strength. So usually and how I monitor, because it's just a minimum participant. So how I monitor the attendance, I just look at the number of the participants on the WebEx platform. Okay. Okay, back to the task that I've given to them. Okay, since it's a their own final year project. So for the next class, I plan to have online presentations with them. So I asked them who would like to be a volunteer. And I also asked them, the volunteers need to host the online sessions. So the idea why I asked them to host the online session is because I can also open myself to learn from them what other platforms that we together might be possible to explore. Okay, then I planned after we completed all the preliminary report presentations, there will be a self-study time. Okay, where I start to feed them with the reading materials. So they are also free to download any books related to the task. Okay, however, to scaffolding the learning process is very important. So online clinic is very important to ensure that we are always have the connectivity and also communications among the student. And I got an idea just now, okay, how to be an effective online clinic. I think an idea to get the questions earlier before the online clinic will be helpful for the effective online clinics. That one, maybe I plan to using WhatsApp, okay, to collect the earlier questions before I 1 day earlier before I conduct the online clinics. Okay, after I think my students are very clear, okay, with the topics that I plan to deliver to them. Then there will be a time for the final task briefing. Okay, for the final task briefing, I call it a final report, which is actually similar to the preliminary report that I've given to them, but I add a few questions. And this one, they have to prepare a very good report based on the informations that they gathered either from reading materials or discussions. Okay. And to ensure that, okay, everybody will give 100% commitment. Okay, I also will tell them, okay, I will choose the 5 best report among them. Okay, and for the final presentations, I will ensure then we will conduct a final presentations which everybody knows that the who are presenting for the final presentation is the best. So hopefully this one can motivate the students to do the best during the MCO. If even though since we cannot have a physical class, so hopefully they can use the time wisely, so make the best for anything that they plan for the subject. Okay, so that's all from my part. If I the one that about my teaching and planning for my course.
Aznah, again, just to get, what's
Yes.
of your student participants, the percentage?
The percentage is 100%.
Okay.
30 students, 100% have a very good internet during my first meeting with them. Yes.
All are coming, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I just monitor the number of the participants on the WebEx platform. Okay. There are another 2 slides that I would like to share. So from my plan, so I maybe tips that I can share to eliminate the copy paste risk. So when you would like to give a task, so you maybe can give, you have to give a task that has an individual characteristic. So like mine, I'm choosing a final year project, which actually everyone is different. And last part, I would like to end the session with this slide where I will always motivate by Prof. Khairia. If you want to be a good learners or good teachers, so it's very important to understand this framework. So currently I'm reading this framework to understand the whole concept, how to be a good teachers at the same time to be a good learners. Okay, that's all my presentation. Any questions? Senyap je. Dah okay ke? Liu, can you say something since you are host?
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I'm also.
I do agree that the how people learn framework is important for us as an educator, not only for online learning but for offline learning, face-to-face learning as well.
Yes, true.
Really constructive align our whole learning platform for whole learning community for the students. Making them as a community then will be good for students to learn, I guess. Maybe Dr. Aznah can share a little bit more on how to build up the community. If you
yeah, different students have different characters, and especially, okay, when we're talking about the knowledge centers at this, so at this, if you look at this framework, okay, the knowledge centers, it means the students. So our community now is students. So knowledge outcome means interconnected around fundamental discipline, not just content, but also ways of knowing. All right. And okay, just now the questions about how you can relate actually. Okay, for our teaching and learning process, now the community is our students. So when we're talking about to understand the community, you have to understand the community problems. So in our case, student is our community. So to have an effective teaching and learning process, So you have to understand the problem of the student first, then you can have an effective teaching and learning process. Am I answered your questions, Dr. Liu?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Maybe I want to add on something. Actually, based on the feedbacks that I have been receiving from students from the guided forum, many of them actually they feedback that, thank you for your video, but I still prefer face-to-face, for example, this kind of feedback. But at this kind of situation, we know that everyone is having a very steep learning curve. For us, the lecturers, we have to learn how to conduct the classes online. For the students, they have to learn how to learn from system online, for example. So we really need to put in more effort to scaffold them, as Dr. Aznah said, and also we try to make our presence felt by them, by being and guiding them as much as we can. So that's what I want to share.
Thank you, Dr. Tan. Okay, Dr. Liu, there is any other question? If there is
any of the presenter today, before we conclude the session. Okay, since there's no one trying to talk and no one asking in the chat, I think that's all for today's session. I hope that everyone can be benefited from this session, where it's essential that, please reminded that it's essential that you still reflect whatever activity that you have with your CLO. The CO that you set must be reflected by your activity. All the activity words that you use in the activity must be practiced by the students. If you ask them to explain, try to ask students to explain before the session, during the assignment as well. Then students will be benefited from it. Otherwise, if you ask them to explain, then students for sure cannot answer your final exam. So that is what we have got from active learning workshop, where it's still applicable when we are doing online learning. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for all the audience today. And you may ask any question personally to us, and we will try to help as from the active learning support group. Please remind that every department you have 2 representatives from active learning subgroup. You can channel the question to them, and they can channel to us, and I can channel to UTM level. So we have a lot of people to support us if you have questions. Don't hesitate to contact us. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Liu, Dr. Tan, Dr. Aznah. I wonder if your slides are available somewhere, Google Drive or somewhere.
Maybe later we will upload in the all staff group.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Liu.
And the video has been recorded. It will be uploaded in the website in the future.
Okay.
Liu, please also share the PDF books on the How People Learn framework with everyone.
Okay.
I think I gave to you already.
Okay, thanks. Okay, thank you very much, and all the best, and stay safe. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.